Without an iota of doubt, many schools of thought agree human body is the pinnacle of existence, and maybe until alien existence is proven beyond every reasonable doubt, then maybe we can all agree that the human body is the most sophisticated and fascinating living artwork. There are lots of things we already know about the human body, like you have one head, 2 legs, 5 fingers, blah blah blah, but there are some other things, well, that aren't so popular, like did you know that every single second the body produces 25 million new cells? Not sure you knew about that, but welcome back to our channel guys, and in today's video we'll take a look at 12 jaw-dropping facts you never knew about your body. Now let the jaws drop. Number 12. Heartbeat synchronizes with the rhythm of the music you're listening to. Music is as old as mankind itself, and there are lots of questions that may run through your mind about music. Do you ever just sit down and imagine what the world would be like without something? Like how your world would have turned out without something so dear to you? There are lots of what-ifs, but this is probably the most what-if of what-ifs. I can't even think of it. But hey, while we have some music, here are some interesting facts about music. Music helps you work out by boosting your exercise ability. It also eases stress and anxiety and has been scientifically proven to help patients recover from various kinds of strokes and heart surgeries. But did you know that your heart synchronizes with the rhythm of music you're listening to? How cool is that? Brain Harris, a neurologic music therapist at Harvard's Exploding Rehabilitation Hospital, once explained this concept by saying, "There is no other stimulus on earth that simultaneously engages our brains as widely as music does." Scientists also found that there's a significant reduction in pulse rates and blood pressures about 2 to 5 minutes after you begin to listen to slow music, and a significant increase when you start listening to fast music. Yeah, music is extremely important to cardiac autonomic regulation. I guess you know what to do with this piece of information. Number 11. Liver can regenerate to its original size. Apart from the fact that the liver is the largest organ inside the human body, it's also one of the most important. Liver diseases are also some of the most fatal diseases on the planet. Apart from the production of urea and bile, your liver also helps maintain homeostasis in your body and detoxification of dangerous substances. Now, that's very important. Since we have just one liver, we can thank Mother Nature for the extremely regenerative capacity of the liver. The liver has the almost extraordinary regeneration potential of any organ in our body. After any chemical injury or physical damage to your liver, the cells of the liver collectively change and divide until the liver grows back to its normal size. At least half of the liver can regenerate after any loss, and although your liver may not regain its initial shape, it'll regain its initial mass. And that's pretty amazing. Number 10. Kidney processes 180 liters of blood every day. Each kidney weighs just about 160 grams. They could be about 10 centimeters long, 6 centimeters wide, and 4 centimeters thick. But yeah, 150 liters of blood is an easy breeze piece of cake for those bean-shaped guys. Kidney can process as much as 170 to 180 liters of blood every single day. That's around 47 gallons of blood. For every hour, you have 7 liters of blood. This amount could be higher in those that eat lots of sugary and salty food. The kidney also produces about 1.5 liters of urine every day. Through hydraulic pressure in the glomerulus, the entire blood plasma is filtered about 50 to 60 times every day. If I were the kidney, I'd simply scream, "Give me a break!" Number 9. Human skeleton regenerates every 10 years. No, you're not a zombie, and no, it's not the apocalypse. Your bone is probably the most trusted organ in the body, providing support, structure, and balance to your body. Bone buildup occurs as children and peaks in our 20s. From our 60s, we begin to experience some bone mass decline. Just like your favorite car or bike needs some frequent servicing, oil change, and sometimes replacement, the skeleton is the framework of the body, and about 10% of the skeleton is renewed every year on average. Some bones grow faster than others, so while some bones may be regenerated much later, others regenerate much earlier. Both ways, in 10 years, your skeleton is literally brand new, stronger and better with time. Number 8. Skin makes up to 16% of the body, about 3 times as large as the liver. The skin is the largest human organ. The skin covers about 20 square feet in the average adult and weighs about 9 pounds or 4 kilograms. Each square inch of skin has up to 19 million cells and up to 300 sweat glands. Skin is also one of the most complex organs in the body, with about 300 million cells and 11 miles of network of blood vessels. Now, that's pretty amazing. You know, we should take care of this great infrastructure more often. Number 7. Estimated human eye resolution can be around 500 megapixel. The average smartphone probably has around 20 megapixel capacity, and in insane cases, we have over 100 megapixel camera, but we are still below the 200 megapixel mark. Although we can't exactly make a direct comparison between the digital camera and the human eye, it's pretty much impressive to have an eye with about 576 megapixel capacity. At least for now, it's never clearer than the eye. Of course, the eye is much different than the camera, which saves snapshots. The eye doesn't stop working while we're awake and continues to process images in conjunction with the brain. Number 6. Babies have more bones than adults. Not many babies will agree with us in this one, but in reality, babies have more bones than adults. At the time of birth, there are about 305 bones in a newborn. As they grow into adults, some cartilages are replaced by actual bones in the process of ossification, and numerous bones in their body begin to fuse together to form stronger components and larger units. By adulthood, almost 100 bones have gone into a merger or larger bone, which explains why adults have just 206 bones. Number 5. Humans can create 7K facial expressions. You'll probably need this one if you hope to become a detective in the future. There are more than 40 individual facial muscles in the body, and although we're always encouraged to smile, we can do a lot more than smiling with our face. Technically, facial expressions can be used to tell what someone is probably going honking, detect potential drug smugglers at the airport, know how to behave with a client, understand people's reactions in a conversation, and many other things. The human face is capable of making a whopping 7,000 facial expressions. Although this is the capacity, it's very likely that you won't achieve more than 75% of this figure in your lifetime, because these facial expressions are hugely dependent on personality traits. On a broader scale, these facial expressions are genetically classified into 6 kinds of emotions: happiness, sadness, anger, disgust, surprise, and fear. But it's quite amazing how much we can express how we feel simply by our faces. Number 4. Human hair is indestructible. When we hear something is indestructible, you'll probably think of some strong metal, hard rock, or something forged from the hottest of furnaces. Well, not quite. The human hair is literally all that and more. The human hair can be stretched 1.5 of its original length. That's much stronger than a copper wire of similar diameters and pretty close to the sheer strength of steel. A single strand of hair can hold up to 100 grams. The hair is also resistant to extreme weather conditions, corrosion by acids, and much less vulnerable to trauma. Now, that explains why your hair clogs gather after you shave, rather. Although the hair is inflammable, literally indestructible. So the next time you brush that hair, do it with some respect. Number 3. Stomach acid is strong that can melt spoon. When we eat, we need the help of the stomach acid to break down complex food particles into much smaller units, which are very essential in the process of digestion. Stomach acid is also known as gastric acid. It contains hydrochloric acid HCl, potassium chloride KCl, and sodium chloride NaCl, along with several enzymes, but the stomach's acidity is attributed to HCl, which takes the acidity on a pH scale of between 1 and 2. At this rate, the stomach acid can effortlessly melt bones, teeth, and several metals. Thanks to our body system, we don't get hurt by the acidic nature of the stomach. Number 2. Our teeth are as strong as shark teeth. Galiophobia is the persistent fear of sharks or being around sharks. Although across the world sharks attack less than 100 people every year, the fear of sharks is still very prominent amongst people who have any reason to go into the sea. One of the obvious reasons why sharks have been so feared is because of their voraciously looking teeth. Although human teeth are composed of different materials, but our teeth are just as tough as that of a shark, and the enamel coating on the teeth of sharks is just as hard as those on humans. Number 1. Brain can generate electricity to power a small light bulb. Now to our final fact, the brain. The brain is not just the most complex organ of the body, it's a sophisticated colossus of synchronization, but a haven for information and coordination. With over nearly 100 billion cells, and with each cell connected to up to 10,000 other cells, the brain is the definition of organizational network and control. These 100 billion cells of the brain, called neurons, are nearly half the number of stars in the entire Milky Way. They send signals within and across each at speeds of up to 240 kilometers per hour. Now, each time we do any activity, These neurons in the brain send multiple chemical and electrical signals across themselves. The combined charge of electricity generated from each neuron put together is pretty much sufficient to power a small 20 to 30 watt bulb. Okay guys, that's it for today. We hope that you've learned something new. Let us know in the comments which fact you found the most surprising. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed our video, we're sure you'd like to watch more related concepts from our channel, so stay tuned for more of our videos and don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe to our channel. Big thanks to you and see you next time.